Night,
uh,
Libby. Night all.
Dane, get
Yeah.
Dane, email me for my phone number. We had a change,
Okay.
so I'll give you the number. Okay. The healing process, sometimes it seems it sucks, but it's working. So that's it. But I'm having a great time at it, All right.
Really
See y'all
enjoyed
next week.
Enjoyed your
All right,
Have a
video.
great
yeah.
week, Kevin.
Not everybody.
Night,
Have a
y'all.
good week.
Cheers.
Somebody was saying something. I put it, and I wanted to say it tonight, and I clean forgot it. I put something on my Facebook page and on my YouTube called Project Save.
Yep.
And it's Project Save the Grief. And if you've seen it, you'll know where I'm going. If you haven't seen it, take a peek, give it a listen, listen through here, right there, and you'll understand and you know all the horror stories about it. So save the grief. Think about it a little bit. It's what we all should do to be nicer people. With that, I'm out of here. I want to find out what y'all talking about. Go on.
I bought a notebook today to make my list, so I'm going to be ready for that.
Yeah. I got a question.
Go ahead.
All right. These two pieces that I have of this Mesquite and Texas 70, they were green. And so they were probably 35% moisture. I got them down to 25%. All right. So I was going to glue the beauty ring on top of that thing. I go, what in the world kind of glue am I going to use on that moisture 25%, And so I thought about it. And I finally come up with Gorilla Glue because it says, to wet one side.
Yeah.
And so I ended up using that Gorilla Glue, which, it expands. And the only problem with that was it doesn't dry clear. It dries with that white foam around there on the joint. And so I had to burn that, with a wire to get rid of the white. Have y'all run into that or I know that I would not glue 25%, a 10% moisture board together, but both of them were both 25% moisture.
Mhm.
I thought it was okay. What do you experts think?
I'd
I
wait
don't know.
until it's dry before I glue anything together.
What's that? Okay.
I would wait until it at least is below 10% before I would glue anything together because they may move at different rates and pop the glue joint or crack the wood. The wood that's inlaid into the other wood may move and crack the other wood or vice versa.
Well, I agree with that, but I have to have this by next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Could you microwave it and get it down to 10%?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that'd be about your only option is to microwave it if you've got to have it that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick it in your car
So here
during
on
the
the Gulf Coast, you're lucky you get anything down below 12. Usually it's
Right.
15% anyway.
15%.
So y'all have humidity in Corpus there, Joaquin?
Oh, yeah. I
Must,
live right
must
on the
be
coast.
all down there. We hardly have any above 80 or 90% here in Houston.
Okay, we're on the same plane.
Yeah.
Ain't always
Yeah.
go by the moisture. I mean, or otherwise you're waiting forever. And even if you do try
Exactly.
in the microwave and you take it out, it's going to jump back up there within 6 hours or so.
Hey, Joaquin, are both pieces in end grain orientation?
No, they're not. And I
Yeah,
know
that's gonna make
I'm
a difference
supposed to do that.
Right.
one
Yeah.
more than the other.
One of the things, Joaquin, if you microwave it and then keep it in the house for a few days after you microwave it,
Yes, sir.
it'll keep it from sucking all that moisture up quite so quick.
Yeah.
I mean, if you microwave it and it cools, and once it's cool, you should be able to just, if you can keep it out of a super humid environment, like your house. I mean, I'm assuming you have air conditioning in the house.
Yeah.
The air
It'll come
conditioner
back to
is got to,
ambient.
right,
come
but it's
back
got
to
to
humidity.
the house air conditioning has a dehumidification
Absolutely. You
section
get
on
air
it.
conditioning, you got dehumidification. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you know, I mean, within an hour after you microwave it, it's gonna cool. It'll be cool enough to glue, and then you could use a wood glue. My experiences with the Gorilla Glue is that the joints are not, it doesn't hold very well. In addition to the coloration and the foaming and the expansion, it just doesn't hold very well.
Well, where my
But-
experience with that, I did a lot of deer antler, and you know, it's just rough. I don't smooth it or nothing. And it was Gorilla Glue was the only thing that I could use and just rough turn deer horn on these tubing without it slipping. You could use
Gotcha.
big glue, you could use epoxy. And it, you know, I know I'm a little bit aggressive, and so Gorilla Glue is the only thing with hold on that because of expansion into
Mhm.
deer antler.
Yeah, the gap filling.
Yeah,
Into the cavities and the voids, huh?
yeah. And that's just where I thought.
There is another avenue here. Gorilla Glue makes it clear, the Gorilla Glue clear. It does not foam.
I know it. I had to remember that, Doug, after I glued this thing together, that they do make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and,
it
and
makes quite the
there-
mess.
yeah, that foam is kind of messy.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of difference between the clear and the brown. Since the brown does foam and the clear does not. I don't know. That would take some experimenting, I think, to see how they work with two woods that were that wet.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you were drier than they started, but you're not as dry as what it will be in a year. So who knows? Who knows?
Well, and you know, when you're stabilizing wood,
Mhm.
before you put it in the vacuum pot, you're supposed to put it in the oven and get it down to the lowest percentage you can get. And when
Right.
you're transferring it from the oven to the vacuum pot, you're supposed to put it in a plastic bag where it doesn't accumulate any moisture in this transfer. And
Yeah.
I was thinking of those things there as well. And so we'll see, I guess, but I just wondered if everybody else got as brave as I did and just went ahead and done it at 25%. You know?
Joaquin, I try wrapping it in cellophane. Wrap it in
That's a good
plastic
idea.
wrap after you take it out of the microwave.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. I mean, I did do that on a couple of these pieces. They were about 40%, and I messed with them in the microwave and got them down to around 20%. And I don't know
Goodness.
right now. And
I leave stuff in the shop for 2 days and it's dry enough to put any kind of finish or glue on it.
yeah,
That's crazy.
in Michigan.
Yeah, in the winter. I mean, in the summer, no.
Oh,
but-
okay, okay, yeah.
Well, but see what we consider dry or wet, and what you consider wet, you know, humid are two different creatures. You know,
Yeah.
I only get above 90% when it's raining. You know.
Hey, if you're not dripping down here, it's dry.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I gotta look.
Turning something.
I went and walked the dogs when it was in the middle of the meeting because I had to, and it was raining, and it's 71% humidity right now. So it's raining right now, and it's outside, and it's 71% humidity here.
Think maybe
Yeah,
that
freezing is a
humidity
good
gauge
idea
is
too.
broken since it's raining. Wouldn't that be 100% humidity?
No, it's still dry. It's
No, I'm just, never mind, Matt.
and that's from the NWS.
Yeah, I know.
about,
That's what I'm saying.
Dan put on here, try freezing it first, then microwave it. What do you think
Will you
about
ever
that?
get the video from last week, from this week? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know.
Freezing
I've
also
never tried
reduces
freezing.
the water content. So
Well, I know we do that down here a lot of times to kill the worms. Put it
I
in.
don't know. What do you think?
You're still gonna have the water content. Now you're just thawing it out
Yeah.
in the microwave. I mean, you're freezing it doesn't get rid of the water content.
Mhm.
Cause
No,
I
but
bring
it will
logs
reduce
in
them.
that are frozen into my shop and they're just as moist as they were before they froze.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
you
need
get,
they need a doily, don't they?
yeah,
Wouldn't freezing help rupture some of those cells within the wood though? So that the water
Yes.
that's in there can escape easier. So I can see that.
Oh, you know what? I just thought about it. The most effective thing I've ever had on this really was boiling it.
That's what I was
Yep.
getting ready to say. You could also boil it.
I forgot all about boiling it.
Yep.
I
That worked.
did too. You could do
Yep.
that.
yeah, boiling would take the water out.
Yeah.
And it'll loosen up that Gorilla Glue to where you can remove it and replace it.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of that Gorilla
Like
Glue.
it is.
I'd get rid of that
Now,
Gorilla Glue. And then
the
that bottle you
urethane-
got, I'd just go ahead and throw that away too.
The urethane glues though.
You're as
they're-
big a
they're
fan
melting
as I
down.
am, Dane.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I don't like Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. But I don't
No,
know.
I'm with you, Dane. I don't either.
Yeah, same here. I'm
I
not a
haven't
big-
had a lot of luck with it either.
Yeah, I
The
only use
melting,
pins actually until I run into this.
yeah. The melting point of that urethane glue is higher than epoxy. So I don't know if boiling's gonna do it or not.
Yeah.
It might loosen that
No,
up. but
boiling
it may
takes the
not.
moisture out. It gets your moisture content really low.
Right.
you
So I
know?
was thinking about the glue itself, though.
Yeah, okay.
What's it gonna do to the glue? It may or may not soften it.
It'll soften it.
Well, you know, see, with us, I guess Dane has experienced this. With mesquite, it can be 40%, it can be slinging water on you while you're turning it. And you can go ahead and finish turning this baby and you can set it aside for a couple of days and you can finish it. And it will not it won't move and warp like other pieces of wood.
Right.
Hmm.
Yep.
And we don't even think nothing about turning anything at
No.
40% or more with mesquite.
Right.
Mm. But I just forgot about I was going to glue this beauty ring on there. I had not intended to do that. It was going to be solid mesquite. But yeah.
How
Yeah,
much
with
is
them,
that?
with them being high moisture and then with them not being the same grain orientation,
Yeah.
I definitely want to get as much moisture out of it before you properly glue them together.
Yeah. We run into that with segmenting, you know, and
Yeah.
we go ahead and do it. Opposite grains and stuff, and it works most of the time.
How much does that Texas ebony typically move?
The Texas ebony is about the same as the mesquite. It's so hard. I haven't had it
Okay.
move.
Yeah, you should be okay as far as that goes, as far as your moisture goes.
And the mesquite doesn't move. I turned one green a bowl, and it's in there. It's about like so, and let it dry. The diameter only moved 1/8 of an inch off.
Hmm.
And yet, if it had been ash or anything else, it'd have been, you know, happy.
Would have been eccentric.
It's really a forgiving wood to work with.
Yeah, I don't know how the Texas ebony moves or anything like that. We don't have that stuff out here, so. But if it reacts with the same, same properties like with the mesquite, then you may be fine.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a problem because it's mesquite and Texas ebony.
Yeah.
Maybe, but at least her husband was a turner and she knows all about this stuff. And and you know, that's funny, Eddie. What Eddie was talking about on Facebook, you know, he was talking about when a guy dies, you know, his stuff is left out there, and guys just come in and get it. That's the same with this case. Nobody wants his stuff. His family don't care. They want his wood turnings, but they don't care about his tools.
Right.
Right.
So we go over there and we're going to price stuff and we're trying to sell them for and all. But it's really truthful. If there's stuff you want somebody to get, you need to put your name on it so that they do get it.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
I
Yep,
had
I've made arrangements for my equipment and tools where they're going already.
good.
What do
That
I
is-
get, Dane?
So have I.
Don't
My tools
Whatever's
are
left
going one
over.
place and my guns are going another.
I had a lady call me up one time and said that her brother, who was a well-known turner, an artist, taught industrial arts in all the local schools. He had died, and she was in charge of disposing of everything in his shop. And he had a major shop. A lot of people have houses smaller than his shop. It was a wonderful space. I went over and I helped her get some ideas on pricing and stuff, and especially wood. He had a barn that was absolutely packed, wall to wall, top to bottom, with wood, and it was already processed. It was not logs. This had already been cut down, at least the squares. A lot of them were discs. Over about the next 3 weeks, folks had come through and made her offers on most everything, except for his bowl lathe, which was it's a shop made, homemade kind of thing that it's pretty interesting. But I told her I don't know. I have no idea on that particular lathe. About 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, she comes back and says, "We want you to have that." I said, "I can't afford it." She says, "How about if I make you an offer you can't refuse?" I said, "Like what?" She says, "How about $50 and you can have it?" Well, I'm
Wow.
thinking that thing weighs enough. I could get $50 in scrap metal for it. So guess who's got it in their shop?
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's
Yeah.
a monster. In fact, Dane, probably next time I do a demo, I'll probably use that lathe. It doesn't get used nearly enough, but it's
Oh, okay.
it's a beast.
I got the same situation though, that my boys, they're not interested in this, nor do they have any place to put all these tools,
Right,
Right.
right.
It'll be the wood turners coming over and taking their pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Making out like
Unless you put some names on it, it's
bandit.
yeah, it's kind of a tough thing. Eddie made a good point though. If we take the time, put some names on it and put some contact information there for those folks, family or whoever can go through that list and call those folks up or email or what have you. Say, hey, this is available if you'd like to have it. That's not a bad way of doing things.
With anything you have,
Yeah.
your guns, your whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Talk to the people that you want to leave it to make sure that they want it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, like I have a large gun collection and some of my friends want some of the old stuff. We sat around at hunting camp one time talking about it.
Sure.
Some of them wanted the old stuff, some of them wanted the new stuff, some of their, they thought maybe some of it would be good for their grandkids later, talk to them and then give them a copy of what you wrote down so that your spouse or whoever your kids are taking care of your estate understand what you did long before you did it,
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, my guns are no issue. My son will take every one.
Well, I don't have any kids, so I have a
I'll be-
large collection and
I'll be your kid.
I'll be
I'll call you Dad.
Right.
Just stepbrother, huh?
Hey, brother. There we go.
Okay, that'll work.
I keep thinking I need to clean out the shop so they don't have to do it, you know? And I think,
Sure.
oh,
No,
My
we're
dad
not
says
done with
that
it
every
yet.
time I'm there.
Yeah, you never know. So you won't be done with it until you're done with it.
Yeah,
Right.
So, I mean, someone will have to do it.
I just say
Every
that'll
time
be
I'm
their
at-
problem.
Yeah. Every time I'm at my dad's and we're working out in the shop, he'll say, someday this is all yours to deal with.
Yeah.
And he says it's like it's a bad thing. I'm thinking, no, this is a good thing.
Right. Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
Keep trying to talk him into a soft stop. If he'll ever buy that, then he's in trouble.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go. It's been
I was
Where you
fun.
gonna
about to
go?
say the same
All right,
thing.
Brett.
I'm gonna go downstairs and sit in front of the TV on my butt.
Oh, okay.
Probably
All
find me
right.
something else to eat.
Well, Brenda, you have a great week. I'm going to go too, folks. Good to see all of you.
All right, Doug. Good seeing you
All right.
tonight.
I
Night,
should-
guys.
Good to see you, Doug. Great job tonight, man.
Thanks. Not a good job gluing, but y'all got the point.
Hey, it worked. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a great week.
Remember, I went through the bottom of the bowl just for y'all's benefit one time myself.
Yeah, it happened. It happened.
It does.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right now.
Take care.
Hey, Dean, have you used that new saw yet?
I managed to get it started and make a cut with it, and that's about the extent of it.
What's up you get?
I got a clone of an 881 steel
Oh,
just to
nice.
do some slabbing and stuff with. But I'll tell you, man, that thing's a beast.
Yeah.
And coming off all my downtime, I have come to find out the other night when I was trying to do that, I have lost a lot of strength because a log I picked up and threw on my shoulders and carried from the driveway to the backyard, I couldn't lift up enough to get it on the sawbuck.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's what being down for a couple of months will do to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can't believe how much muscle you lose just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really done that before.
Hey, Scott, what do you use to detect nails in your logs?
Magnet detector that I bought off of Amazon. Looks like a wand that they use at the airports.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I use.
It
Yeah.
works. It works really good until you find a ceramic insulator in one, like I did a couple months ago.
Ah,
Ouch. Yeah,
They
that'll
don't-
wreck the saw blade too.
Oh yeah, it breaks the chain
Yeah.
real quick.
yeah, or the old glass electric insulators.
Yep, the old glass electric insulators.
Yeah.
It was in,
I've hit them before.
and it was like only 6 inches from the middle of the log, and the log was probably 20 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
It's amazing how a tree will grow around stuff like that.
Yeah, and not leave a bump on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as smooth and nice as can be.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to hit it with that giant saw that you bought. Oh my God, that'd be like torture.
I'll tell you what, I can promise you there's one thing I will not be using that saw for. It won't be cutting bowl blanks or bucking logs. I can tell you that.
I wouldn't want to carry it into the woods, Dean.
Heck, I have a hard time carrying it to the backyard. What do you mean carry it into the woods?
Yeah. Are you gonna put that in some kind of sawmill system?
Yeah,
What's your intent?
I got an Alaskan mill. And that's really the reason I bought it, is I've got some pretty good sized trees up on the farm that I want to mill up. I got a catalpa that, well, my grandfather planted it in 1935 and it blew over this past winter. So it's still very much alive, but it is horizontal.
Huh.
Sounds like a
So you're
lot of
saying
work.
it's, so in other words, you're saying it's big.
Yeah,
Nice size.
it's large.
But it's a soft hardwood, so it'll cut like butter, even with
That's
Yeah.
what
a
I'm thinking.
It'll make some
even
pretty
with a
bowls.
small saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
it's a nice green color.
yeah, it's I love the color of that stuff, man. It's got a beautiful grain to it. I've turned quite a few things off of the limbs that I've taken off of those trees, but never had a trunk to cut up, because I would have never cut it down.
Doesn't crack much either because it's soft.
It seems like it likes to hold its bark too. I've had good luck holding bark on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I got some limbs off of it and turned a bunch of crosses. And the very first show that I did, I sold all but one of them. So people like it.
You'll have lots of material when you get done cutting this one up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm
Right.
going to put some pretty thick slabs. That way, if I need to, if I want to make bowls out of it, I can make some nice bowls and stuff. And sister's already claimed one bench out of it, so I told her I'd do that for her. Can't hardly tell the sister no,
Yeah.
That's true.
Not if you want to go home at Christmas time, anyway.
Oh, so.
So what have I missed the last couple of weeks working harder than any human should?
Whoa, missed in comparison to what?
Well, I didn't
Huh?
get to see the last couple of meetings,
Well, they're recorded.
Yeah, I need to find time to go in and look at them, but I just hadn't had a chance to do it yet.
Let's see, last week, what did we do last week? Last week. Now you're getting old when you can't.
It was
remember back-
obviously memorable.
Well,
The week before was
entirely.
Cade.
Yeah.
Not entirely positive on that. Memorable. What the hell did we do last week?
last week was Bob Grinstead. The week before was myself.
Yes, there we
Man,
go.
Sorry, I missed
Yep,
those.
that's right.
Yeah, so Bob did a video on basket illusion,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and then he also showed how to make a beading tool. So yeah, it was pretty good.
That sounds good. What'd you do, Cade?
Did some eggs.
I did French egg, one with the spin gut, one with the skew, and then I did a tie-dye effect on one of them. I did one in white oak and one in ash. The one I
Okay.
did, which I did like a tie-dye effect on it.
Yeah, hate I missed that.
You got to watch that one, Dean. The tie dye is cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back and watch that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Grinstead's bowl was pretty neat too.
My niece and nephew each got a tie-dyed egg for Easter. The ones I did in the demo.
Oh, bet they love that.
Yeah, they like it. They get one every year and collect them in different species. And I would burn their name and date on them and whatnot.
That makes it nice.
Sorry. Now a guy driving pretty dumb on the road. So
Yeah, imagine that.
You shouldn't talk about yourself like that, Cade.
yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, the other driver is going, look at this guy. He's on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
He with his high beams on, he wouldn't turn them off. So I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I got bright lights too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that game gets played.
Yeah. I flashed him, he wouldn't turn them off, so we got him as I got closer for the duration as I passed him.
Yeah. Yep.
No worries. Nice. Next week, turkey opens. Season, I can't wait. Give me a nice wild turkey. Have a turkey fry.
There you go. Yeah, hope you get one.
Yeah.
All cool.
So in other words, you won't be here next week. You'll be out turkey hunting.
Yeah, maybe. I think it opens the 24th. So if that's a Wednesday, yeah, I won't be here.
Oh, that's
Monday.
that's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. So it opens on the 24th and goes to the 31st. So gonna
You can't shoot them in the dark though, Cade.
no. You can't shoot him a half an hour before sunrise and a half an hour before sunset.
Yep.
Well, anything for that matter up here.
Yeah, you can't shoot them when they're at the roost.
But no, it'll be good. I got a couple good spots. Couple friends will come with me. So if I miss with my bow, there's always my shotgun.
There you go.
But no, I'm definitely gonna get one for the bow at least. Practicing a lot.
I've never shot one with a bow. That would be a thrill.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never shot one with a bow. Killed a many with a shotgun or a rifle.
Yeah.
It's easier with a shotgun or a rifle because you take the head out and you don't find any meat, but it's
Yep.
quite a tricky shot with a bow. So you definitely have to go for the vitals that are the size of your fist.
Then you got to chase them because they don't always stay in one spot.
So are you going to be calling them in with a turkey call or?
Yeah, I got a turkey call. Then I'll stalk them as well.
Yeah.
You'll have better
All I
luck
can
with
say
that
is-
turkey call.
Yeah, good luck stalking.
They got
Yeah,
eyes that
especially
are
with turkey.
unbelievable.
Yep.
I know they got good eyes, so
And hearing. Yep.
I got to
If
get.
anything moves, they see it. That's for certain.
Got to get the Texas bullseye because that's where you waste the least amount of meat.